Hello, Tomatronic here, and welcome to my very first tutorial for any game ever. I'm starting with Rimworld, purely just because that's the game that I've been playing the most recently, and it's the game that I've done my first Let's Play series in, which is called A Jedi's Tale. Currently, lots of episodes out already. Not a huge amount of people watching, but I'm happy enough with how it's going. I'm going to continue until I can no longer play no more with that colony, or until we reach the end game, which I haven't fully decided yet. But anyway, let's get back to this tutorial series. Now, the plan is for me to do lots of different short tutorials, all based in Rimworld, teaching people how to get started, how to build up a nice colony, and then possibly some more advanced tips later on for people that want to play into the long game and things like that. So, we've got our helper here, who is called Tutorial Tommy. He's going to be helping us out. He's maxed out on all the skills, so he's going to be able to quickly show us what to do and how to build and so on. So, the very first thing we're going to need to do is to build a room. So, we're going to go to Architect down here at the bottom. We're going to go to Structure, and really there's only three main structures you can build in the game. There's walls, doors and bridges, and then later on you can also get automatic doors which will add an extra slot, but that's about it as far as actual building and construction. Obviously we've got all of the furniture in another thing here, and we've got all of the production things in another one, but today we are going to be focusing on how to build a basic room and how to put a roof on it, how to give access to it through doors, and then how to kit it out with some of the basic things you're going to need to keep your colonists happy. So, let's start off by building a very simple bedroom. And when you click on the wall icon down here, you're going to get some options. Now, these options will change, obviously depending on which resources you have available. I don't have any resources available, as you can see in the top left corner of the screen. They normally be listed here, but I did give Tutorial Tommy a fair amount of stuff to start with, so he's going to be able to run over here and pick things up when he needs it. He's currently going to go and grab something to eat, so while he does that, I am going to lay down a very basic wooden room. I want to do 10 by 10. So that's 10 blocks on each side. Makes a nice square room like that. And then the next thing I'd like to do is lay down some flooring. And the flooring works the same way as the structures. There's different options you can choose from. You can click on tile here and you'll get a few different options for resources. But I'm just going to lay down some very basic wooden flooring in this room. And there you can see Tommy has already started to go to work on it. He is eventually, first of all, they drop off the resources that they need. As you can see there, it has 5 out of 5 wood because Tommy just dropped it off, whereas this one here has 0 out of 5 wood because he hasn't dropped off the wood there yet. And then once the wood has been, or once the resources have been dropped off, they will start to complete the construction. So as he's doing that, I'm going to also add a few doors, and seeing as we've got the resources, I'm going to add some steel doors. They're always a little bit better. It takes longer for people to break through. You don't need to rotate the door when you're laying them down. You can literally just put them down and they'll be built in the right way. The game knows which direction you want the door to be built in. Depending on the wall, of course, the angle of the wall. So, let's speed it up while he finishes all of this off. And eventually, he will finish it all off. The order in which they build is usually dependent on the order in which you lay it down to be built. But then sometimes they will stop doing one thing and start another thing. It's pretty random. So now you can see the room has been finished. It's completely finished on all sides. And as soon as that's done, they will start to automatically lay down a roof on top of the room. Yeah, so now if I go from outdoors to indoors, you can see that the room is now classed as indoors, which means it won't get wet. You can put power generators and things in here. You can put beds in here for them to sleep. And it means that they won't be getting soaked and complaining about the wet. So once that's done, we have our first basic room. We're going to need to fill it with some furniture. So, first thing we're going to need for each colonist is a bed. You can lay a bed down in the corner there. And next to the bed, I like to build a dresser, or at least near the bed. And maybe an end table next to the bed is a good idea too. So he will start to run and get the resources to build those. Or he will just take a little nap, stargazing in fact. Okay, so he should be waking up now, there he is. And he's going to come and finish off this furniture for us. Which means that when we sleep, we at least have a nice place to sleep. Alright, so that is how you get your basic bedroom setup started off in the game. This means that your colonists have somewhere nice to sleep and a few little home comforts to keep them happy. I'm going to end this little tutorial here, and in the next one we're going to move on to some power generation, how to get power hooked up in your base so you can have some electricity and some wonderful things like that. Thanks very much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon in the next tutorial. Bye bye.